Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another beginner basics video. Today we're talking about smart iron-on. That's the material that we're going to use to press onto fabric, and we're going to be using it with the CRICUT Joy. If you are catching one of my videos for the first time and you just hopped on or from my channel, welcome. My name is Kari, and on this channel I am sharing all things creating and crafting, and we are starting off with beginner basics for the CRICUT Joy machine. And I did a few videos before speaking about the machine itself, some of the tools and accessories I started off with, as well as vinyl. And today we're talking about iron-on. So iron-on, similar to the box that you would have seen in my last video for the vinyl, it comes in a similar type box. You will see that the CRICUT Joy is written here, right? CRICUT Joy. And this is the iron-on material. You'll see smart iron-on written here. And there's a little sample of some of the materials. There are three types of iron-on. There are the, what you call matte, right? It's written right there. The matte material, that's your regular type of iron-on. There's holographic, which looks like this, and there's a little circle here that gives you an example of what it looks like, because again, holographic shows multiple colors, so it gives you a good idea of what it looks like. And then there is glitter. So this is glitter iron-on, and you can feel that there's a this is a textured iron-on, whereas this one is very smooth. So those are the three different types of iron-on that you have. These materials, iron-on, is used on fabric. So if you want to put it onto a bag, onto a fabric shoe, like in the example here, if you want to put it onto a backpack, if you want to put it onto t-shirts, clothes, those are the type of projects that you would use iron-on for. It is very, very handy to have. But the other thing that you need for this is either an easy press, any one of the easy presses for in the CRICUT line, even the mini. The mini is a great one to start with, or if you have your own iron, that can work as well. The only thing about using your own iron is that there's no time setting or temperature gauge that you can work with, and that's the bonus of using one of the CRICUT press machine, heat press machines. Because on the CRICUT heat press machine, I have my big one here. I'll just give you some idea of it. It shows that you set the temperature and you set the time, and then you press this little button here, and then it presses at that particular temperature for that amount of time. So let's say 400 degrees for 60 seconds, and it will press at that particular temperature for that amount of time. So that's the bonus of getting one of the heat press machines. That is the one size. There's another size up from that, and then there's a mini little handheld one, which is a great one to start with, depending on if it's small projects. If it's big projects that you're using on a t-shirt, you want to get the bigger machine like the one I just showed, or the bigger one from there. It all depends on the project that you have, or the projects that you see yourself creating and making. So let's get into the iron-on. So as I said, there are three different types of iron-on, and I'm going to give you an idea of what they look like. This box is closed, so let's use the blue one. Oh, hold on, let's use the black one. That one's open. So you open it up, and it would look like, oh, these are all scraps. Okay, so I will open this guy for you. Is this scraps as well? Oh no. Okay. You open it up and you get a roll that is 5.5 inches wide and 24 inches long. Again, it's the width, it's already the width that goes into the CRICUT Joy machine. So you don't need to cut anything. You will find that it is a bit thicker than vinyl, because in case you mix up your materials in the beginning, you want to understand what the difference is. There is a thicker backing compared to regular iron-on. Now, the CRICUT machines before the CRICUT Joy came out all used mattes. They didn't have matteless cutting, which is what smart materials are. So this is an example of material that is not, this is iron-on, and this does not have this is not a smart material, so it doesn't have the thicker backing. I know this is white, so it's a little bit tough to see, but when we get into the other ones you might see it a little bit better. This one's much thicker than this one, right? And so you will have to use a mat for this one you don't. So that is what the matte version looks like. This is what the holographic version looks like. Again, you would get a roll inside there. I just threw my scraps in there as well when I'm finished. And it would look like this, right? So a long roll. Now, this is the holographic one. So it just changes color as you look at it. And again, this is the backing here, and this is the front. And there's a protective sleeve on this, so that when you press it, you take the sleeve off, and then you get the final look. So this is what the holographic one looks like. And again, there will be a little bit of a sample on the box. There are 3 holographic options. There's this blue one, there's like a white iridescent one, and then there's like a hot pink orangey type color. So that is the holographic. And then the glitter vinyl, which is really pretty as well, looks like this. So this is the glitter vinyl. So the glitter vinyl, again, is a protective sleeve on this, so you do not feel the actual texture. Like when you touch the box here, you feel the texture, because that's what it's going to feel like after you press it onto your blank. This has a protective sleeve, so it's actually very smooth right now, and you could see that it's smooth. And then the back here is the thicker backing, so that you can do smart cutting with it. So again, you just feed this into your CRICUT Joy, and it will cut onto this. You do not need a mat, and then you go from there with working with these materials. So these are what they look like next to one another. There are a couple different colors. I can't remember how many, but I have the purple one, I have the gold one, and so I know they come in purple and gold, but I'm not too sure how many other colors there are. The holographic, I know there are 3, and then of course the matte comes in a range of colors that you can use. Now again, these are all smart iron-on, so they come perfect size for the CRICUT Joy machine, and you just start using it. You can go ahead and use like the bigger, longer materials from all the other lines for the CRICUT stuff, but we are talking specifically about the Joy and just using the Joy materials, and not going into the bigger materials and then having to cut everything down. So that's what they look like, and I'll do some projects with these as well to show you what they look like. I know Christmas time, I used this to put onto my son's stocking, and it was beautiful. I did it as well, a name tag on my niece's bag as well, and it's beautiful. It's really, really nice because it has this like 2-tone or 3-tone type color material. This is really lovely because it's textured, and this is your standard matte color. One thing to know about iron-on is that iron-on, because there's another material called infusible ink that I'll get to in the next video, but iron-on sits on top of, it makes a layer on top of the fabric that you make, and that's really important because when you get to infusible ink, it does something different. Iron-on will always sit on top of the fabric that you're using and whatever you're pressing it onto. Again, there are a wide range of projects that you can do with iron-on. You can put it onto aprons, shirts, shoes, bags, a bunch of different things. You can do it onto what do you call those things? You know, oven mitts, and the square ones as well, which are like pot holders. There are many different applications, and we will explore all of those as we go along. So this is iron-on. Up next, we're going to talk about infusible ink. So I'll see you in the next video.